Steve, what were the factors that you saw that added up to the scoring drought in the fourth quarter?
Well, I thought we kind of lost our spirit and our energy when they made that push. I thought we closed the third quarter pretty strong. They had made a good run, and then we closed the quarter strong and went into the fourth with a 14-point lead. But we did not sort of maintain our grit, coming down the stretch. I thought we just kind of let the momentum get away from us. And, Dallas had all the momentum and they were jumping around on their bench, and, our guys were kind of hanging their heads, and it's a good lesson for us. We've got to understand this is NBA games turn, on a dime. I mean, it just, it happens quickly, and you got to be able to withstand that. And we can't just say, well, when Draymond and Andre are back, we'll be better. It doesn't matter who's out there. So we've got to do a better job of executing under pressure and maintaining confidence.
Besides, I guess, the emotional aspect that you're talking about, what schematically changed, or what changed on the court in that drought? I think
they went small to start the fourth, I think, and they kind of drove it right at the rim. Dinwiddie got going, and then we were on our heels, so we tried a few different combinations to try to regain the momentum, and we just couldn't find anything. But their defense has been great all year. Dallas, they're a top 5, top 10 defense. And I thought when they went small, we didn't respond. We missed some open shots, and they just seized the momentum.
Steve, this is 2 consecutive home losses to teams you had down by 10 or more in the fourth quarter. Is there a fear or concern that can get into the mentals of these guys?
I think it's actually good to go through and feel it, because, this is what it feels like in the playoffs. This is what it feels like, when you're playing against a really good team, and the game's never over. That's why we stress all the details we do, over and over again. That's why we practice everything we practice. We made so many mental mistakes, fouling on, coming from the wrong places to foul, not being at the rim in rotation when they went small. Our defense kind of broke down, and then we let that affect our offense. So we have to learn from that and grow from it, for sure.
Steve, Jordan did not play a lot in that fourth quarter. Without Clay, you would have think that he might be out there. Was that because he wasn't shooting well, or because the rotations didn't work out for him?
He just wasn't having a great night, so I decided to go a different direction.
Similar question about Kuminga. He seemed to be having a rough night. What did you see from him?
I thought JK, he's had so much momentum, and he's brought such good energy to games, and I thought he let the slow start affect him. That's what it looked like to me. He picked up some early fouls. He took a couple of quick shots right when he got out there. Nothing was going his way, and that affected his defense. And he's a rookie. These are all the lessons, and that's why he's got to go through this. One of the things about this league is you have to be able to find a way to perform when nothing's going your way, and you got to find a way to bring the energy and the juice that your team needs. And so, as I said, I didn't love our team-wide collective energy tonight, when the game started to slip away. And, I thought that was not just one player. I thought that was team-wide.
Steve, Wiggins is shooting like around 40% from the free throw line this month. Do you think that's affecting what he's doing? Do you think there's any kind of lingering effect in his mind, or does he just have to start making free throws?
No, he'll be fine. He's always been a good free throw shooter. He's in a little bit of a rut. It happens. He's working hard on it, and it got him a little bit tonight, but he'll bounce back from that.
How difficult to regroup from this on the road? I mean, I asked you about it before the game, but obviously kind of a demanding stretch coming up here.
Yeah, really tough stretch, and it'll be good for our team to have to respond. And as I said, it's only going to get harder when we get to the playoffs. So you have to feel. We have a lot of young guys. We have a lot of guys who haven't played, in the playoffs or deep in the playoffs. So these are great games for us to feel, but we have to learn from them and respond better.
And you said before the game you were already thinking about the back end of the trip when you have the back-to-back, but this is also sort of a...
You asked about it.
Yeah,
so
that is correct.
I had to answer it because I'm not thinking about the back end of the trip.
No, I understand.
I'm thinking about Minnesota, yeah.
But that's my story, so that's what I read. But my question is sort of, it's an unusual trip geographically. There's a lot of miles, and obviously Denver was added to it, which makes it even more challenging. How conscious are you as a coach of the pace of it, right? I mean, every other day for 8 days and then a back-to-back. Does that affect your decisions early in the trip when you have that many sort of stacked up against each other? Yeah.
We go through all that stuff with our performance staff and discuss minutes and practice schedules and all that stuff. So it's all not only putting our heads together, but we literally have, data that leads to a lot of our decisions.
You said, sorry about that. Lost my train of thought now. You said that you guys have to learn from these kinds of games, especially with a young squad. It's not just about adding Draymond or Andre back. You also said that lack of energy, effort later in the game. What else, though, do you want this young group to take away, especially from defense, which has been something you've really been emphasizing?
That's all. Yeah. That's
cool.
Yeah, that's it. Energy, effort, execution. That's under pressure. That's the name of the game.
You started Moody. What did you think? He did play a lot of minutes. Did you like what you saw from obviously another one of those young players?
Yeah. I like Moses a lot. He gives us a little more size. I wanted to replace Clay's size defensively and keep our rotation the same off the bench. So that's why I started Moses, and I have a lot of faith in him. I think he's going to be a really good player for us. And when we get these chances to develop our young guys, we take them. And it's funny when we win 8 in a row, and the stories are, look at the Warriors developing their young guys and winning. But you're going to lose some games too, and so you just have to accept that, there's going to be ups and downs like there were tonight for a lot of our young guys. It's all part of the process, and it'd be great to just win every game and say, isn't this fantastic? Just doesn't work that way.
You mentioned some of the mental errors, and some of them were glaring, I thought. But these are the kind of things that Draymond and Andre would obviously be probably pointing out and getting in guys' ears about. Do you need someone besides a coach, to step in and kind of get the mentals right for some of these mistakes that are being made? I mean, in real time.
Yeah. And that's, Andre was there tonight talking to our guys, and it's everything that we're doing this year is a combination of, developing these guys on the court with our coaching staff and mentoring them with our veteran players. So that's all part of what happens every single day. Andre's been amazing with that all year. Draymond's been fantastic. But this is, we are who we are. We've got a lot of young guys who have a lot of growth ahead of them, and unfortunately, there's a lot of pain that comes with that growth. And so tonight was painful.